All right, so welcome to our very last Stories from Here event. So this is just going to be a short one where we're just going to kind of chat about how our projects are going, and then we'll spend a few minutes working on any stories that you still need to work on. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And I finally remembered to bring some of my books from Chat Books so I can show you. And if you have any questions, if you're worried about how they're going to print, I will show you and answer those. So to start, can you guys share a win that you have had from doing this project? Does anybody know? Anybody know there? Does anybody want to go first? It can be that you told X number of stories. It could be something you learned, like connections you've made, the way you felt, what you've accomplished, what you've created, anything.
I'll say a few words. I'm doing a project about my childhood home, the home I grew up in where my dad still lives. And I just want to document a lot of nostalgic stories about it. And the last couple of weeks, I realized like some of my choices today, I can tell like are traced back to things that I didn't even think I remembered or knew about, like from when I was really little. Like apparently my bedroom now is painted the same color as when I was like 2. Now I don't remember that, but I've seen pictures of it, but not in a long time. And I don't know, there were other more sentimental moments, but I was just like, oh wow, like all these memories are coming back that now that I'm digging deeper and thinking about them. And it's kind of cool.
Oh, I love that. I love figuring out where these little things came from, like tracing your own lineage through yourself.
Yeah, or just like little habits or little things I do here or that I have here where I live. And I didn't think there was a connection. And
Mhm.
I'm all about connections. So these have been like surprises.
Very cool. What about you guys?
Do you want to go back?
My internet's a little off, so I missed the question.
Oh, it's okay. What's a win you've had from doing this project so far?
Yeah, I was able to write a story a day, which was kind of my goal. And I really just wanted to tell my story about kind of like the change in my heart over the last couple of years with having an unexpected pregnancy. And it was cool to see like other people's responses to that. Like people I haven't talked to in years who would comment and say, "Oh wow, that like hit me today." So I wasn't expecting that, and that was a huge win, I thought.
That's awesome. That's one of my favorite parts of doing these kind of projects too, is like the connections with like our own people and seeing their reactions. It's really nice. What about you, Chrissy?
Give me 1 second. My peeps are going through, so I'm gonna just. You guys can pass. You can come say hi and then go past. Good night. Love you. Sleep good.
Oh, sweet.
So even though I'm like on day 12, I'm just excited that instead of I'm learning to not feel shame for being behind and just I've had a lot of stuff happening in the last couple of weeks. And so I've just been giving myself permission to go slower than I even thought I was going to at the beginning. So I'm excited to see that I can just, give myself that space. And I am excited to see where it's going to go forward from here. So
I like that. I like honoring your own timeline. I think for me, it's yes. I think for me, it's always you guys. Like, I love making new friends, and I love the education piece that comes for it from me of seeing other people's lives and other places. So that's always one of my favorite things that I count as a win, that I get to hang out with you guys. And I think for me, also, like more personally, it's been helpful to process through the emotions of COVID, you know, that, and to kind of have it in like one place has been really nice to kind of think through all of that I maybe hadn't given a lot of voice to at the time when it was happening. So that's been really nice and helpful. Awesome. So if you're watching the replay, please put your wins in the Facebook comments below so that we can see and celebrate with you. So I have brought some books that I want to just like kind of do like a quick walkthrough of in case you were like getting ready to make your book or you still have some questions or unsure. You can just kind of look at this really quickly. So this is the, what do you think this is? I think this is the 6x6 book, and it's a soft cover. So you can see like it's just like, you know, a little bent, like, you know, a soft cover book like you would expect. This is what the spine looks like. I chose the white options. It says the name, the back is white, the front is a photo. And then we just jump right in. So you can see this is a short caption with the photo. This is a like longer caption, but you can see that the text is really big. And then this has a border around it. And then again, back to short captions. Yep, so that's kind of the general look. Okay, let me show you then. So this is the hardcover, and I think this is the 8x8 book. And I chose gray for this one. And so I got, again, my name on the side there. And these hardcover books have this like nice colored inside sheet. And then so for this one, I did my like introductory photo, and then this is my introductory story. So when you open it, you know what the book's going to be about. And then this is an example of the photo running all the way off the page, which I really love, that like full bleed look. And then, you know, that we talked about this in the other class, the matching things there. And then we've got some shorts. So you kind of get the general idea, like so again, this is a photo with a border. Let's see what else. Yep. So yeah, this is what they come out like in the end when you have all your photos and stories collected. And then again, it's got this final back page that's just going to be blank back here. It's got my last story, and then it'll be a blank page and the end of your book. And so you could like handwrite or glue or tape something in here if you wanted, if you didn't want the blank page. But yeah, do you guys have any questions or concerns about ordering your book? Have you even thought about it? It's okay if no.
I'm waiting to, like, when I'm at that point, to go back and watch that.
Yeah.
The one that I jumped in the last 10 minutes of, because all of a sudden I remembered, oh my goodness, I'm missing it.
Oh yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, definitely go back and watch, and you'll be able to figure out, like, Chatbooks is so easy, but it's nice just to have like a little visual of like what it's gonna look like, you know, so you're like, I don't know if it's gonna print well. You know, this is what it'll come out to be.
They're so cute, Lauren.
They are so cute. I like love them so much, and they're so light, and this one has a lot of pages in it. And this one has 150 pages at least in it, you know, but they're fantastic. Okay, yeah. So if you are working on your book and you need some help, please just like send me a message and send me a screenshot of the problem that you're having. Like if you're like, these won't match up, it's hard for me to understand what you're talking about if I can't like see it. So take a screenshot and send it to me, and I'll do my best to help you. Okay, awesome. Do you guys have
the best?
Go ahead.
Sorry. What's the best way to message you with like questions about the book?
Instagram or email, because the Facebook group will be closed in about a week. So if you're working on it past then, Instagram or email is fine.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you guys have any more questions before we spend some time writing? Awesome. Okay, well, I've got a timer set, and we're just I'm gonna mute everybody, and we're gonna just take a few minutes to either write your last story if you're on your last story, or your next story, or maybe if you're totally finished, you can write some ideas down for projects you want to do next or get started on a new project. But I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes and then we will come back together. Does anyone have any questions or objections? All right. All right, this is your 1-minute warning to finish up what you're writing. All right. Did you guys get anything done? Oh, sorry, I muted you guys. Christy, you said you got some stuff done?
Yeah, and then I deleted it.
Oh.
So I started over.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's
Wow. Anyway.
Yeah, it's probably a better second draft.
Yes, I was going back and forth on different apps, so then it happens, right?
Yeah. I'm always amazed at how much I got done. I wrote out my last 12 stories I need to do, and then I only wrote one, but I got my list of things to do to be done, because yeah, I'm halfway done too. What about you guys? Did you get some stuff done?
Yeah. Go ahead, Beth.
Okay. Mine was just kind of a summary of the last 31 days. In this project, I really targeted towards a Facebook audience. And I just introduced my next project, which that one I plan to really put into a book. And I just kind of wrote a summary of how much I've learned and how I feel like it's kind of blessed other people along the way. So feel free to join the next one. So.
I love it. So wait, what's your next project?
100 Days of Summer.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that'll be perfect. June 1. And then it'll be September, right after Labor Day. And we're doing a lot of camping trips, which with 3 and under, it's a hoot. So it'll be fun.
Way to go, Beth. I applaud you.
Yeah, today I was I'm tired. I was like, oh yeah, I should be.
Awesome. What about you, Jen? Did you get some stuff done?
Yeah, I made a nice little to-do list so I could figure out what stories I'm missing and which ones I told, and just kind of cross-reference the stories, the photos, the rooms of my house, kind of cross-reference it. And I sketched out a couple stories, and I was flooded with thoughts from my visit to my dad's house today. So I captured those. And I just want to add, I want to add in another win. I want to tell you about it.
Yeah.
If I can. I started and for people who don't know, I started this project last year, so I'm not done. So for anybody who feels that they're not done, don't worry about it. And I wanted to do this book as sort of like a surprise for my dad. And then this time around with you, I don't know, I think you said involve, and you probably said it last time too, involve other people. And I heard that this time, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need help. I need help with these stories and these memories. And so I told my dad what I was doing, and I didn't tell him last year. And so I've been picking his brain, and he's been sharing more stuff with me, and we've been looking at old photos together. So it's and I involved my younger sister. So it's there's a lot of wins. There's a lot of wins, and I'm like, wow, this is just so special. Even if I don't get this book done right away, this time together with them doing it, it's been really good. So thank you, Lauren.
Oh, that's so awesome. I'm so glad that you did that. And it'll still be such a surprise for them when they get to see it like all together. So, I mean, this is such like a legacy project that you're doing. Do you have an end in sight?
I think I'm getting close, but I have to sit down and look at it in black and white on paper. I can't get my head around it, but I think I've covered a lot of the rooms, and I feel I'm close. You know, you've helped me like narrow my focus. You know, this is from when I was little, and you know, maybe up through, you know, I did write about high school in my bedroom, but that's it, like nothing beyond that. And most of it is from when I was really little. And so you know, I can't write about the entire history of the house and the changes. And, you know, my niece and nephew lived there for a little while. I'm not going there. I'm keeping it focused. And so I have to check, but I think I'm getting really close.
Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be so fun. I just love it when you post the like really old pictures. They're so fun. Um,
Thank you for
uh,
your encouragement.
Oh, yes. Well, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for taking the class and for telling your stories and hanging out with me on these lives. I love them so much. Like I said, please reach out over email or Instagram. Facebook will be open for about another week. And yeah, I'm just here to support you any way that you need. So just let me know. Yeah, and I'm around. Thank you guys so much. I'm so like honored that you told your story with me.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank
This was
you.
so fun.
Oh, you're so welcome. Oh,
Thanks for all your hard work.